Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quita, and on this video I'm going to be doing a setup of a new planner. You guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, that I am not happy with my planner setup. You guys have seen many a flip through on my channel, and I just do not have planner peace. So I'm going to take it back to the old school way that I used to plan. If you are an oldie but goodie on my channel, you remember how I used to plan. I had a super chunky FRANKEN-PLANNED happy planner with multiple sections, and it seemed like too much. It seemed like I was doing a lot, but I really enjoyed it. And I had experienced a little bit of burnout during that time, and so I kind of pulled back a little bit, hence why you have the planner that I have today. But I realized that I'm not happy with it, and so I'm gonna go ahead and set up from scratch a planner, guys. And on my Instagram, I did ask you guys if you would like to see a planner setup or a flip through, and you guys said you want to see a planner setup. But I'm definitely gonna do a flip through too, because I gotta do that too. So that's what we're doing today. So if you are in fact new here, I hope you'll stick around. You'll consider subscribing to my channel and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump right on in. I'm super excited about this video and coming finally to some planner peace, at least temporarily, because you guys know how I am. I'm probably going to switch it up again, but I think I'm going to keep this core way of planning, and I'm so glad I got to explore with different ways so that way I could see what really works for me. So if you want to see how I'm going to set this planner up, make sure to stay tuned. Alright guys, as you can see, I got a lot of stuff here. So I'm going to walk you through everything that I have here so you can see what I'm working with. So the first thing are dashboards. You guys know I have dashboards in my shop. These are like very worn. I have used these a lot, but I'm going to continue using these because they work and I love them. And so I'm going to pull these labels off because I did create some new labels here. So I'm going to attach these to these dashboards. So that's what I have first here. And just to kind of backtrack a little bit, if you saw my Instagram, you already know this, but I created a little checklist here, or a little guide to kind of help me to figure out how to do this whole thing and how I wanted to structure the planner. So I have planner sections. So this I just wanted to write it out so I could see, like, in terms of the section, which planner I wanted to use. So within that calendar section is just going to be your standard calendar stuff. I'm going to be using the teacher planner for that. I am also going to have a home section, which is going to be the home management expansion pack, which you see here below. I am also going to have a budget section. I'll be using the budget planner for that. A school and education section for the kids schooling. I'm going to be using Supermom for that. For my fitness planner, I am not going to be using Healthy Hero. I actually ran out of Healthy Hero. I'm going to be using the original fitness planner. For health and wellness, I'm going to be using the wellness expansion pack. Blog and business, I'm going to be using the monthly. I do have my vertical planner, which I'm debating. No, actually, yeah, I'm going to use the monthly. I like the monthly. I have the monthly Vintage Botanicals planner, which I'm not using, so I'm going to use the monthly. I was thinking of using the vertical, but I think I'm actually going to use the vertical for my personal section, or actually rather my family section, just to write out like family schedules and things. My personal section isn't going to have a monthly or weekly calendar. It's just going to be random personal stuff. For my faith section, it's going to be the Faith Warrior. So this was very helpful for me to be able to determine what sections are going to be beneficial for me to have and what planner I want to use for that. So I would definitely say write it out. Don't just go for it, because it doesn't always work out. I do also have this that I had stuck in my planner from the past, which is just some other stuff that I want to make sure I include within those sections. So that's what I have there. So that's definitely helping me. So I have it right in front of me just to make sure I'm doing it the way I had planned in my head. So these are all the planners that I'm going to be using. So let me show you that first, and then I'll show you the planner itself that I decided on. So, and some other stuff that I'm going to be incorporating. So I went ahead and deconstructed my existing planner. You guys remember this Webster's Pages that I love and I still love. I'm actually going to be adding a happy notes to it, and so that way I can have notes on the go. I have Addison's party planning stuff on the inside of here. This one is super cute, and so I'm just going to use it as a notebook with a cover on it. So I'm not doing away with it totally, but you guys remember this was my existing planner, and I love the setup of it. The only thing is that it's just too thin. Like I went from one extreme to the next. I went from like this big super chunky planner to a super thin planner, and that's just not gonna work for me. So I went ahead and pulled out everything that I wanted. I did also purchase some pink expander discs because this is the cover that I'm gonna be using. You guys remember this cover? I'm pulling it back out. I love this cover. And so I have pink metal discs, and I did go today and purchase the expander discs just in case I outgrow this planner. So that's the cover. So this is the home management expansion pack. First up, I'm going to be determining how I want everything sectioned out. But I'm definitely going to add home management expansion pack, and this is going to be my home section. This was some other things that I pulled out. I want to include them. This is the Gwinnett County school calendar, and then also my block schedule, which I love. And so this is going to be incorporated into the planner. So I'm just going to kind of set stuff right here till I figure out how I want to do it. This is the teacher planner. Eventually I will have to redate it because I do have a full teacher planner, y'all. And I only used a few months out of it. I bought it late in the year. And so I think I don't want to waste it. So I did end up finding July, and then going forward until I can get a new one. I did go to Michael's today to see if I could find one, and I didn't. But once that July runs out, then I'm going to go ahead and just redate the monthly and the additional pages that I have. I don't have to redate the weekly because I don't use it like its intended purpose. I actually cover some things up. So I do it that way to make it work for me. This is the Undated Fitness Planner. This is the initial fitness planner that we all love. This is not Healthy Hero. I ran out of Healthy Hero, so I decided on this one. Plus, I love the new neutral look of this one over Healthy Hero. So that's that. And then we have the Wellness Planner. So I'm going to be using this for my health and the family's health, any doctor's appointments, any things that are going on with them health-wise. It's going to go on health and wellness. And then this is the Vintage Botanicals Monthly Planner. So I'm going to be using this planner for my blog ideas and little things on business, but I do have my Erin Condren for business, which I'm not going to do away with. I'm keeping that Erin Condren planner. So that business section isn't going to be like my full business planner. It's just going to be like things I need to write down if I have that planner with me, because I don't always carry my business planner with me. And then this is the Supermom planner, which is what I'm going to be using for the schooling of the kids. Anything that is going on with them school-wise, anything I want to remember is going to go on this planner. And of course, when you guys see Plan With Me's on these planners, this will be all repurposed to make it work for me. So that's that. Next up, and just a disclaimer, guys, this may seem like a lot to some of you, especially if you're new to my channel. You don't remember how I used to do things in the past because you weren't on my channel at that time. You're a new subscriber or a fairly new subscriber, but I did used to plan on a lot of planners. I planned in 9 planners at one time, but again, it was Franken-Planned, and I didn't always plan in the weekly. Sometimes I just planned in the monthly, and I did, again, experience a little bit of burnout, and so I pulled back a little bit, but I think I pulled back too much. And I remember the days when I would sit in my bed with all of my stickers kind of thrown about, and I would just go to town, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I don't really do that now. I pretty much plan down here in my office on my weekly and my monthly spread, and that's pretty much it. In my faith planner, which is separate, but now I'm going to combine it back again. I had too many separate planners, and that was my fear when I kind of went this direction, but I am glad I got to experience it. I will say that. So this is my budget planner, so I'm going to add that back in the mix. And this budget expansion pack doesn't have the weeklies because I feel like the weeklies, I don't do well with them. I do have a print-on template that you can print on those weekly pages and for the wellness pages as well, because sometimes it's hard to figure out what to write on those pages. So this is literally just the expense tracker and the monthly calendar and the bill pay checklist. And then I have 2 pages of stickers that came in the expansion pack, and I like this one because I don't really need the weekly pages. And then this one is the hourly, and I'm going to be using the hourly in my family section for just different things I want to do with the family, ideas, schedules. That's why I picked the hourly. And so we'll see how this works out, but I definitely wanted to try to see if an hourly would work for me. And then we have our Faith Warrior for July. So of course I will have to do some covering up of some of this stuff here. I haven't done a Plan With Me yet for this one. I am definitely going to incorporate the Faith Warrior. So this is all of the planners that I'll be using. So right now as it stands, and again, don't judge, okay? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 planners because this home management expansion pack is not a planner. And again, you may or may not see me using all of these planners to their fullest extent, but I like to have them in here and I want to see how this whole thing works out. So now that I have all of the planners here, I need to go ahead and pull all of these labels off of these dashboards and figure out the order in which I want things. So I'm not going to talk you through that process. I'm literally just going to pull it all off. Now I could technically just put the label on top of them, but I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I'm doing this is I like to change out my fonts from time to time. I don't always like a script font, so I went ahead and created these with just a regular, simple font. And so I'm going to add those on top of these, put them in order, and then figure out how I want everything added to the planner, y'all. But I'm super excited about this, and I'm feeling really good. And I'm feeling some planning coming on tonight in my bed with all my stickers, just kind of laid out on my bed and just go to town. That's what I'm feeling like is going to happen tonight after I get this all set up. That's why I wanted to do this video today. I was going to do it tomorrow. I mean, you may not see it until tomorrow, but I wanted to film it because I'm ready to get this thing set up because I need to be able to get things done. And for me, if my planner doesn't look right and I don't have like peace with my planner, I don't want to use it. I know, I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but I totally feel like that. I mean, if I'm not inspired by the look of it and I don't feel good about it, the setup of it, I don't want to use it. I don't use it like I would use it if I was inspired and I like the setup of it. I just don't use it the same way. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it, okay? Because I'm pretty sure some of you might feel the same way. Okay, so I got all those stickers off and that leaves a little residue at the top, but it's okay because we're going to cover that back up. So I need to put them in order because I want to make sure that I'm adding them in the correct order. And again, these are from my shop and I love how thin they are because I feel like they don't take up too much space because although I typically do have a chunky planner, I don't always like a chunky planner. It just always ends up being that way. And so by having these thinner, it's just easier. And I do also like the Happy Planner ones as well. And that was what I was using in the past along with the Carpe Diem labels. But since I have these in my shop now, it just works out better for me. So I have all of these in order. So what I'm going to do is pop them in here. Well, actually what I'm going to do, let's see, do I want to pop them in first? Let's figure out the way we want the sections first, like what we want in terms of order. So I'm definitely going to do the calendar first just because it just makes sense. And so how these come in my shop is they come with this shape and then it comes with a separate sticker that you overlay on top of it. So I find that it's just easier that way for you guys, but when I create mine, I always type on top of the actual sticker. So that's first. Next up, let's see. Next up, I think I want to do, maybe home. I feel like home should go next. And then after home, I want to do I want to do budget because budget comes next in the expansion bag. So I technically have to do budget next. Because I like to, even though it's included in the expansion pack, I like to have it separate. So we're going to do budget and then we're going to do family. Yeah, then we're going to do family. And I think I'm going to create, well, I don't have to create them because I do have dashboards with the tab on the side. I'm going to pull some of those and I'm going to put each person's name on them. So there's going to be one for me, one for Addison, one for my husband, one for Malachi. And that way within the family section, I can have it broken down even further. So next we're going to do fitness. I got that a little bit off. I think I need to move that over a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and then I think I want to do Faith. And then I have 2 more to choose from. So I'm definitely going to do, I'm going to have to cut another one. So I'm going to do School next. And then I'm going to do Wellness, right? And I'm going to look at my stash really quick and see if I can find a couple more of these dashboards. I didn't realize I was going to have so many sections. All right, y'all. So off camera, I went ahead and cut 3 more because I want 3 more sections. And so the next one is going to be personal. Wait, did I say I wanted to do personal? No, I'm not going to do personal. I think I'm going to forego personal. I'm going to do lists. I like lists, y'all. I just love making lists, and I thought this would be a great section to add. And then after lists, we're going to do business and then inbox. And inbox is just literally going to be a file folder probably in the back so that I can just throw some things back there as I see fit. All right, y'all. I'm feeling real good right now, I have to say. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those in the back there. So you see how easy that was. So eventually in my shop, I may add the divider tabs already written on it. I don't add that as an option right now. Right now, the option is just to buy the white part and then the overlay of the clear sticker to put on top. And I like it like that, so maybe I won't. Okay, so I have everything arranged in the order that I want it in. So now I'm just literally gonna go ahead and put all of these in here. I'm gonna put in the first ones, the first 6. And then I probably could have just done one more if I wanted to, but I decided not to. So lists goes here, and then business, and then inbox is last. And over time, these things just get worn out because your fingerprints and you're moving it all around, and it's just a part of it. It's just how it works. Okay, then put these in the front. All right, so now I have these in, and so I know all of my subjects, as you can see. So now I can just pop in the pages where I want them to go, based on what we just discussed. Okay, so that first section, calendar section, let's find those teacher planner inserts that we want to put in the calendar section. All right, here we go for July. And again, I'm just going to keep 1 month at a time because I don't want it to get too bulky. Although I do have the expander discs, I don't really prefer to use them. So there are going to be other things in here like half sheets and other things I'm going to put in the calendar section, but for now it's just literally the calendar. And then the home section is going to be, remember, the home management expansion pack, which we have right here, and that has a lot of moving parts. It's got chores. Let me get y'all more in frame. So we've got chores, and then we've got meal plan. And within the meal plan, I like to keep some blank weekly meal plans. These are from the home management expansion pack, and then I have this little divider tab on here to separate because I like to also include some recipe cards, which is what these are, and then I'm gonna stick some of these in here in addition. All right, and then we're going to move on to the budget section because again, that is a part of the home management expansion pack. They do have a budget tab. And so I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to move projects to this part behind menu planning. So it is out of order, but I'm okay with it. All right, because I like seeing budget from the top as well. So I have budget on the side and budget at the top. And I did say I wanted to do those side tabs, so I am going to go ahead and probably pause the camera again, which you won't see, and come back with the side tabs with each of our names. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and finish off budget because I do have also the budget pages that I want to try out. Again, this is all just preliminary, just to see if this is how I want it to be. And then I can tweak up as necessary, but at least I'll have that foundation there. And I'm just really feeling super excited right now, y'all, just because I feel like this is going to work. So within the family section, I said I wanted to do the hourly, just for maybe like family schedules. And again, we'll see how this all works out. And then I'm gonna, once I get done adding everything in, I'm gonna go back and do those side tabs. And I'm gonna have one for me, one for my husband, and one for Addison. So I can put some filler paper in here, and I can jot down anything I need to jot down as far as, you know, what I don't want to forget to do for the family. And the next section I had here was fitness. So within the fitness section, let's see. Is this? Yep, here's fitness. And then faith. We've got the Faith Warrior Planner. That's gonna go here. And I'm gonna also show you a couple other things I'm gonna add. I'm gonna add some whiteboards in here as well because it just works for me. And I love whiteboards. And so I definitely want to add that to the mix as well. I think that's gonna work out for me. So let me show you a couple of other things really quickly that I have here set off to the side. So I've got a Happy Planner pocket folder, which is going to go in the back where my inbox is going to be. And then I also have this budget folder, which is going to be for bills. And then one of the expansion packs came with some date dots and such, so I'm not going to put those in the planner, but I am going to use them. And then I have this expense tracker from the Socialite, as well as this plan on it from Socialite. And then I have the family calendar from the Supermom collection. So inside of the Faith one, I do have the Faith Warrior whiteboard, but I have it in my Faith planner. And I think I'm going to keep it in my... see, because I don't want it to get too bulky. Let me see how bulky it would be if I included it in here. Oh, my pen loop came off. Yeah, see, I have this one. So let's see. It could actually work. I think I also want to pull out my schedule. And I think that's it for now. So let's see how bulky this thing gets if I put this in here. I can always pull it out if it gets too bulky. So I'm going to snap that in, as well as my weekly study schedule. All right, perfect. And then we are moving on to school. And within the school section, I do have this whiteboard that I recently picked up from the Happy Planner. And I think this is going to work out great to put down the kids' assignments and things like that. So I think I'm only going to use this one. And I'm going to set this one to the side. Although it is super cute, I feel like I don't really need both of them. Okay, so next section is wellness. So I will need the wellness expansion pack. Okay, here we go. And then after the wellness expansion pack, I've got lists, which is just going to be filler paper. And then I have Supermom. What did I say I wanted to use Supermom for, y'all? Supermom is supposed to be for school. So I needed to add something in addition to this whiteboard in this section. And then what I say I wanted to use the month. Okay, the monthly is going to be for my for the business section. here's the monthly. Okay, an inbox. I said I wanted to put a folder back there. So I'm going to put the Supermom folder. And let's see how chunky she is so far. Oh, she feels good, y'all. Ooh, she feels real good. And I can see when I open up what my subjects are. Y'all, this is so awesome. I'm feeling real good right now, I must say. Okay, so we need to put the schedule in the back with the school stuff. My only fear with having this dashboard or this whiteboard and this whiteboard is that it sticks out too far to where I can't see some of the sections. So that's the only thing. But it does give me a quick way to identify that this is the school section. So I'm going to pop that in. And then within my calendar section, I think I want to pop in this block schedule and this mom planner ideas. I'm working on my planner, y'all, and I definitely have lots of ideas for it, and so I just want to pop that in so I don't forget about it. Okay, and then we have some other things. We have sticky notes, and we need sticky notes in our planner so that way we can quickly write something in and stick it on the calendar if we don't want to write it in permanently. I also have this one, and I was thinking to use it for the family calendar, but I'm not sure how that will work out. But I'm going to pop it in nonetheless just to see, because again, this is all just trial and error, just to see what will work for me. And this may end up replacing these planner inserts. Just depends on how I feel. I do also have these two, and I was thinking of putting them in the expense or the budget section, and then putting this in my business section, y'all. But I don't know how I feel about having all of these in here. I do definitely want to add this folder to the budget section because I've got some bills that I need to stick in there. So I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to add those stickers that I had as well. I think I already added those. Then I had this page that I was working on from a book I was reading that I wanted to put in the business section. All right, so I don't think I'm going to add these, and then these are going to be for use to redate the monthly, which I do need to do. So let's see if we need expander discs. We don't, y'all. We don't. So the only thing I'm feeling like I'm not sure about, because I'm not sure why these are different heights. Why is the school one a different height than the family calendar and the other one? Shouldn't they be the same height? And why doesn't this say anything on the other side? This says daily gratitude, but this doesn't say anything. And I'm not necessarily bummed about that. So I don't know what to think about the different heights. Is there something that I did wrong? Maybe I added it in here wrong. No, it's just not the right height. It was just punched wrong. Looks like it, because it's not even lining up at the bottom. Okay, so she's a chunky one, but not too chunky where she won't close. So I'm going to go ahead off camera really quickly and cut those tabs for the family section, so that way I can have a section for each one of us with our names on them, and I can pop things in. So technically I don't need a personal section, so that's why I didn't add it here. So let me go ahead and do that really quickly, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. But I'm super excited about it all, y'all. All right, y'all, so I went ahead and created, off camera, of course, some additional dashboards, which I love, by the way, with my family. So that's my husband, myself, my son, and my daughter. So within these individual sections, within the family section, we just have filler paper. So I just have one sheet of filler paper for each person. So that way I don't have to have a personal section. I have a personal tab within the family section. And I think that's going to work out great. So I've got top tabs going on, and these are the only side tabs in addition to the calendar. Of course, we have to have a side tab for those. So y'all, I'm feeling so good about this setup. I did go ahead and pull out the Faith Warrior whiteboard because I just felt like there was really no need for it. I do have the not the family. I have the schedule as far as my Bible study already in there. And so I didn't really need or feel the need to have an additional whiteboard. I don't know. I just felt like in addition to the bulk of the planner, it just wasn't a need for it. So I have this in here, and then I of course I'm probably gonna write in some scheduled things on the calendar itself. So I don't really need that for now, and it minimizes the size of the planner because as you can see, she's at capacity. I do have the expander discs if I want to add them. I'm okay with it. I feel like it stays closed. I don't want to add too much to it or else it's going to really increase the size. And as time goes along, it's going to get bulkier with me adding half sheets and things to the weekly spread. So I don't want to go too far over this. And I like the look of the classic discs as opposed to the expander discs. But I will add them if I have to. And I will remove things that are not working for me. And so everything's looking real good and I'm feeling really good about it. So I'm not going to do a full flip through on this video. I'm actually going to save that for another video because I feel like I'm already at over the time frame that I wanted to spend on this video. But I'm feeling so good about this setup, y'all. I think being able to see the top tabs and quickly get to things is going to be very beneficial for me. I may even put the sticky notes in the back just so they don't obstruct the view of things, but I do flip that first, so technically it doesn't really obstruct too much. And I'm just so weirded out by the fact that this is higher or off as far as the punch than the rest of the dashboards. That's really weird to me. And I don't like it sticking out like that. So I might end up taking that away, although I love this one. I think it's so cute and just easy to write things on the schedule for the kids' test and exam and what they would have to read, upcoming stuff and projects and assignments. So I really want to keep this in here. So I do need to add a pin loop. I can't forget about my pin loop. And I don't want to do away with these. I just feel like these really gave me so much comfort and they really helped throughout this whole process. So I don't want to get rid of them. So I might stick them in the planner somewhere. Who knows? I also want to go ahead and add my dangle clip to the pages so that way I have a little decor in here somewhere. Let me put my pin loop on the side. I typically like to have two because I like to have the Sharpie pen because I like to write on the whiteboard with the Sharpie, and then I like having my Pentel pen. So we'll see if I'm able to add two of the pin loops, but for now I'm going to go ahead and definitely put one in there. These are the pin loops that I use. I love these pin loops. They just work out so fantastic. So I'm going to put a new one on here. And then these are my Pentel pens I love. I just ordered a new pack. So in honor of this new setup, I'm going to pull out a new pen. And so let's see where we can add this. I'll probably have to add this just to the back. And then we're all set to go, y'all. And so I'm going to go ahead and film really quickly the flip through so that way you can see these videos back to back. You don't have to wait too long to see the full setup video because I know that could get a little frustrating if you are just ready to see it all and you don't want to have to wait. So I'm going to put that there, go ahead and add my pen, make sure it closes correctly. Sometimes I have to stretch it out a little bit, and as time goes along, I'm able to easily pull the pen in and out. There we go. She's attached to the back. We're in business, y'all. Got my little dangle clip charm on the bottom. She looks very simple, but yet she has everything I need in here for my family. So that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You said you wanted a setup video, and I think you got a setup video. And so I am so excited about this setup and using this planner and planning more. And I just really feel like it's going to make me more functional and get more accomplished because that other setup just wasn't doing it for me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by my channel today. I really appreciate it so much. If you are new to my channel, hopefully you will stick around and you'll consider subscribing if you did enjoy this video. And hopefully you will catch me on the next video, which will probably be the flip through of this amazing planner. So comment below, let me know what you think. I know some of you may be overwhelmed by what I just did, but trust me, it works for me. And so you have to do what works for you. And so that's what I ended up doing in this case. So hopefully you guys will join me for that video, in which case I'll see you guys then.